Hello everybody, how you doing? We Paddy from across the shock, and this is just a quick look video on a knife that I probably wouldn't have picked up, but I'm really glad I've had the chance to have a look at. And it is the Lansky World Legal Slip Joint. So, our World Legal Knife, they reckon it's legal in most countries throughout the world. Now, this is a big lump of a knife, let me tell you. I mean, this would put me in mind of a heavy-duty cold steel. That's what it would sort of put me in mind of. It's a lump of a knife. Let me just get the width of this. It's 2 inches, it's just over 2 inches depth. The depth here is just over 2 inches, so it's a big knife. Overall, it's only 7 inches long with a blade cutting length of 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches. And it's just over that for blade length, so it's well under the 3-inch limit for the UK and lots of places in Europe. So it is, it's just, let me listen to this. It is that's the cold steel part. It reminds me of a cold steel opening up. I mean, to push that in your hand, that's quite a stiff detent. That's me giving it. So, as a heavy duty user slip joint, by all means, I would take this and have a go at anything with it. And the way it's shaped, it puts the blade down, so as a box opener, as a just all-round heavy-duty knife. I'm really quite impressed with it. Now, it weighs about 5.3 ounces, so it's not a shorts knife. It's a proper lump of a knife. To me, this is a toolbox knife. This is a knife to keep in your car, your Jeep, whatever, for emergencies, because this will do so much. It really is a powerful, it's like a big bird's beak there, like an eagle's beak. It really is just a great knife. And to get up, and you can get, because it's such a short blade, you can get right up and do little fine things with it. It's not just a beast. But the reason I have this, one of my subs, a young fella who's just started a channel as well this year, Macauly, and his YouTube channel is it EDC Life? I'll put I've forgotten the name of the blooming thing. EDC Life. I think it's EDC Life, but I'll put it down in the description to his channel. He's just starting out. He really is just starting out in his knife career, and he's gathering up a few knives. And he's been having trouble sharpening. He's trying to learn how to sharpen. If you can see in this knife, he used to use a pull-through sharpener. That's the scores and marks you'll get in your knives if you're going to use pull-through sharpeners. Plus, you'll not get a great edge. But I think he got himself a Lansky system, and I sent him a Spyderco sharp maker, and he's getting better at putting his edges on. It's not a bad edge at all that he has put on it. The only thing I would say, I listen to cutting, so listen to the cutting of this edge. It's pretty good, and it's cutting. Until you decide that you want to do a sweep cut, then it's not that great because there's a bit of inconsistency in the blade. That's not bad. That went through pretty good. But you can see there's little shattering there as you're cutting through. So I'd said to him, look, send me a knife over. I'll give it a sharpen for you. Have a look at it. And send it back to you. So what I'm going to do, I have, if you see this, I have my Venetian stones here. I'm going to reprofile this edge to my liking and put an edge on it for him. I'll come back and then I'm not going to go through the sharpening today with you. You've had quite a lot of sharpening videos recently, but I'm going to sharpen it and then I'll come back and I'll let you see the result. I'll put it through paper just to let you see. For me, personally, I think this just hasn't been apexed properly. And when I mean apexed, it's when that burr has not been formed the whole length of the knife, and then you've sort of rushed on and gone through without having it properly apexed over and back. And done that in the progression of stones on the way down. So what I will do that. I'll apex it properly. I'll just sharpen it. I'll take it to my finest sort of big stone, and that will do it. And I'll give it a strop, and I'll bring you back and let you have a look at it. But as a knife, This is, I actually want one for my toolbox, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to order one. And the thing about this is a 9CR18. So it's pretty good steel, pretty popular steel. And I think it's just an absolute bargain. £23 on Heine Haynes this morning. I just went and had a look at the site. £23. I don't know what that'll be over in the States, what it's like for getting Lansky stuff there. But by goodness, for 23 quid, you couldn't go wrong. This is a beast of a knife. It really is. That lockup has just so impressed me. Listen to this. That is just amazing for a big knife like that there. But for a heavy duty box over, if you worked in a factory, again, with that sort of steel, I would take that with me, but that would open boxes all day long. And you've got a good firm grip. It's not like a wee tiny box cutter. It's a proper big firm grip on a knife. I have a medium large hand. Look at that. Love it. So anyway, enough of my old waffle. I'm going to give it a sharpen. I'll bring you back at the end and let you see what the sharpening turned out like and see if we've got a nice... If you can see the blade, it sort of comes down to the middle and then back up again. It's a strange shape, so I don't know what it's going to look like to sharpen, but I'll have a go and see if I can get a good edge on it for young Macaulay. I'll see you in a minute, or nearly straight away as you're going to watch this. Hello there, that's me back again. Well, I finished doing this wee knife for Macaulay at EDC Life. 9CR18 is an easy steel to use to sharpen. It's a good steel to practice on. And for Macaulay's benefits, I put a nice edge on it. Now it's freehand. So again, I can't be 100% sure what my freehand angle is. This is what I put on most of my knives. But the nice thing about 9CR18, is that it strops really well. So when you're using a Macaulay, unless you're going to over hard use it, a strop will bring this back at the end of the day, ready for the next day. So you'll not have to sharpen it as much. But if you do hard use it, I would suggest using the Spyderco sharpener that I sent you, where you just do it straight up and down against the rods, and then a quick strop, and it will bring it back from almost anything and saving you having to reprofile with your Lansky system as often. So I'll give you... I'm not very good at showing these off. Oh, here we go. So I put a fairly good edge on it. It's a nice edge. Ooh. Let me just see if I can get that for you so you can see it. Okay. It's a nice clean bevel, maybe not particularly straight. I am just learning. I think hand sharpening takes years and years. I am at the early stages, but I'm pleased with that. It's a nice edge, and when it's going through paper, now it has a nice. You can hear how smooth that is going through paper. He says cutting really well behind the camera. It is really nice. So, from wee Paddy across the shock, I hope you enjoy this edge. That really was the worst paper cutting I've ever done, but it's a nice enough edge. I can show you my fingernail. That's how sharp it is. There's your fingernail. That's how to do your blade all the way up. That is popping sharp all the way up the blade. So there you go. It's ready and all for you, and again I would just strop it. As for the knife, this is a beastie of a knife. It really is a beast. I'm actually really quite liking it. I'm going to get myself one to put in my toolbox because that's where that knife belongs. There's a prying, a good tip on it. You can pry, poke, do whatever you like, batter with the back of a hammer. It's just a beast of a knife. UK legal, yeah, but I don't think you're going to see many pockets full of this knife. This is it's a work knife, and that's about it. Take care, everybody. I'm away. Cup of tea time.